you were asked how you're doing, right?
Yeah, bro. A little sick, but doing all right.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Hope you feel better soon. It's I bet you feel good that Brazil actually made it to the last 16
Oh, bro, this
for the
was nothing more than what I expected.
yeah.
I'm feeling confident, Santi. I feel that Brazil is taking this one.
You think so?
Yeah, I
Are you
think
scared
so.
about you playing against us? Tell me the
No,
truth. Tell me the
no.
truth.
I think we're going to kick Argentina's ass.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, bro. Sorry to tell you
No
this,
way.
but yeah.
No way, Jose. I
I'm
know you
sorry.
guys are
I'm
scared.
no, bro. And I'll tell you that I'm not humble right now.
Oh, wow.
You know, I feel that our team is another league than
Yeah, no,
Argentina
you
is.
need to be a little humble here, man.
No, bro.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry. We are on
Don't
another
worry,
level.
we will humble them like we did in the Copa America final.
Oh man, I get triggered remembering that day. I was super mad.
Yeah. Well, let's not get into that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the brew today. So we have the special brew, and for the special brew today, we're talking about the topic that everyone has been talking about for the past, I don't know, 12 hours, a little bit more, and it is the lands. But before we get into that, let's explain real quick what is the brew. The brew is the weekly event. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows, but in case there's someone new, the brew is a weekly event. It happens every Wednesday, and this will be the new. Since there was a lot of mess with the US changing their savings time or something like that,
Uh,
and there was a lot of issues with like scheduling things. It was insane. So now this is the final hour, and this is the hour we will use moving forward. And so every Wednesday you just come to the voice chat, and you will be able to find us here at this time. So another thing that we do always with the brew is we take notes on the feedback that you provide to us, because it's always super easy to type when you type messages in the different chats, for example, Foundation Room or other chats, for these messages to actually get lost. So we're here also to hear your voice, take your feedback, take notes, and send that to the team. So we have also. Did I miss anything? Let me pause here real quick. Did I miss anything, Jose, Dom?
No,
nope.
bro. I
You're
think you
doing a
got
great
Okay.
job.
this
I think you
right.
got everything.
And
Okay.
today is a very special episode for this, right? We will focus on this a lot, especially on the claim stake side, which we'll be addressing later. But yeah, guys, we want you guys to participate and always share and voice your concerns, ideas, questions, everything related to Star Atlas here in the brew.
Yeah, exactly. So before we jump into the main topic, there are a few updates that we want to share. So you probably saw the announcement, Tom. If you can post the Joni Awards announcement in the Atlas Brew chat, you guys probably
Absolutely.
saw that and are wondering, what is this? What is the Joni Awards? So we'll have more information coming today, but I feel like we can actually cover this and just spill the beans here, right? This is
Let's go a
what we
little
do.
rogue here. Yeah, I mean, this
Let's
is
go a
the
little rogue.
this is what it's for here, huh? So
Yeah. So the Joni Awards is basically the community awards. It will happen every year at the end of the year, and it's literally to celebrate you. So it's to celebrate the community, you guys, members, and the contributions that everyone did to Star Atlas and the ecosystem. So how this will work is today the nominations will open, so you will be able to nominate people for the different awards that there are. Where I will cover the different awards that there are going to be right now. But first stage is nomination. Then nomination closes on the 5th of December. We get the nominees, and then there's the final voting that will take place from the 8th to the 14th of December, and then we have the gala, the event, the award ceremony, if you want to call it like that as well, on the 16th. And that will happen here on Discord on the Atlas Amphitheater, and there will also be a panel, very interesting, with very interesting people. I don't want to spoil everything, but it will work a little bit like the Oscars. It should be fun. So the different awards that we have are, we have the favorite Solana project, which for you to vote for that needs to, one of the requirements is to have interacted with Star Atlas. It could be a partnership, it could be interacting with Atlas and Polis, with anything. So that's the Solana favorite Solana project. We have content creator of the year, and so that's the only one that is only Solana, and then all the rest are just Star Atlas specific. So when I'm mentioning these ones are just Star Atlas specific. So we have content creator of the year, Star Atlas video of the year by a content creator. We have best guild website. We have large guild of the year, medium guild of the year, a small guild of the year, meme of the year, community created project or product of the year, community helper of the year, most knowledgeable Star Atlas community member of the year, and the most valuable one, which is Star Atlas community member of the year. So those are the awards. Everything will be decided by the community. So I don't know. Any questions? Did I cover everything? Oh,
What do they
also.
get, Santi?
Yes, exactly. So the winners will get the Joni trophy that you saw in the video that Dom shared there. So if you didn't see it, scroll a little bit up, or we can even post it again, and you will see the Joni trophy. And that Joni trophy will contain the. It's going to be an NFT, and it will have the name of the award and the year. And then this trophy also, you will be able to put that in game. So it will be a collectible that will also exist in game, and you will be able to put that in your ship, in your land, or wherever you want that trophy. So you will be able to flex that in game as well. So any questions? We get an announcement, Alexis. Yes, there's an announcement coming today. So there will be an announcement, but we went a little bit rogue and shared all the details right now because, you know, it's the brew.
Awesome.
Okay, I don't
Cheers,
see.
guys. Thanks for the alpha.
Hell yeah,
Oh
Loro.
yeah, no problem,
Always.
man. We try. We try. It's not much, but it's honest work for
Ain't no way.
Awesome.
yeah. So what else? We have more things. No questions on the community awards, so let's move to the next things. So we also have an Atlas Star on Friday, right, Jose?
Yeah, we are having our Atlas Star this Friday, and we'll have a roadmap update and the overall state of our products will be disclosed in this Atlas Star. And for those that like the lore and that likes the universe of Star Atlas and wants to know more about the different faction races, we are launching the first major faction, or even better, species lore in the Star Atlas history. We have a
Wow.
20-page document coming about the Miaraz, their homeworlds, their habits, their culture, their religion, everything that anyone from the Oni faction that wants to learn more about the Miaraz or even other Star Atlas players that are enthusiastic about the lore of Star Atlas, I feel this is going to be some really interesting content for you guys. So keep an watch out for it.
So we could say that this is kind of like the first big lore drop that we have after the posters, right?
Yeah, for sure. This is, yeah, this is the biggest lore content in the history of Star Atlas after the posters for sure.
Wow. So 20 pages on the Mires race.
Yeah.
Wow.
Covering everything from culture to biology, religion, planet, social structure, everything.
Jose, can I put you on the spot? Can you give us one little sneak peek? Maybe a sentence, anything, something cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
We can come back to it. But keep it in mind.
Okay. I feel that we could tell you guys that the Miras actually live in a planet which is actually a living being. So yeah,
They live
this
on a
is
planet that's living.
yeah,
Oh my
it's a
god.
living being in the planet where they live. So I think this is a little bit of alpha, and but you'll learn more on Friday.
Friday. Okay. Nice. Nice. So it's included in the Atlas Start. That is what you're telling, or is it a separate thing?
Yeah, it's included in the Atlas Star. It's the main content
And
for the Atlas Star.
I'm going to ask a question as if I am a community member because I have this question. Are we planning to? I think we should do like a lore book for Star Atlas, like all the races lore once they are all released, so we can have like a book, an actual book. Just
Uh,
throwing the idea out there, Jose. Not sure if you
yeah,
guys are planning that or not, but
this is intended, Santi, since you are already spoiling it. The name
I,
of this first article, we may say it like that, is an introduction to the fascinating creatures of the galaxy, Book 1, the Muris. So yeah, there will be other
wow,
books, and all of this will be compiled in a huge collection of every Star Atlas race lore.
that is awesome. Well, there you go. We weren't
You got the
planning on
alpha.
saying all this. Once again, is there any team member here?
No, no, we
Dave,
are
but we're safe with Dave.
fine.
Okay,
Dave,
we're good.
Dave
We're
is
good.
rogue with us. We are good.
Yeah, yeah. Blame Dave. Blame Dave.
Yeah.
Blame
Yeah,
Dave.
If anything ever gets leaked, we just blame Dave. I'm down.
for sure.
Perfect. Perfect. Nice. So, any questions on that before we move to the next thing?
Yeah, Jose,
Hey, man.
can you hear me?
We hear you,
Hey,
brother.
Tom. Yeah, we're here, bro.
Nice. I just wanted to ask, can we assume with the information that you just shared that the Mieres is the species responsible for the alchemical products and the shamanistic culture that you mentioned, I think it was like 3 brews ago or something like that?
You mean the ones responsible for their focus on alchemy?
Yes. And making potions and so on that you mentioned early on.
Yeah, since you, I'm so happy that you remembered this reference that I'm going to advance a little in the alpha dropping here and tell you
Let's
that
go.
it's
Wow.
not
Okay.
it's not the Miris. It's
Oh,
another race.
Nice,
okay.
thank you.
No problem, friend.
That was a great question. Any extra questions? Okay. So I know lore lovers are going to have a great time reading everything that is coming from Jose and his team. So yeah, if you like lore, guys, get ready, because it's coming. Jose, we also need another suggestion now. Feature request. I'll put this also somewhere in our Notion. But my feature request is an audiobook. I saw ODBB um, posting that in the chat. An audiobook read by you, like a
Oh
Oh
full.
wow. Wait,
man.
Jose,
Yeah.
Jose. He only gets
Oh
that when we get a
man.
Santi rap.
Nah,
Man.
Those
no,
are the
come on,
conditions.
bro.
Man,
We'll
Get
let's
it?
do
go,
that
Dominic.
in
These
the
are the
Discord,
conditions.
bro.
I'll gladly do this if
Uh,
Santi
you,
does the
you
does the
can't
rap.
talk to
No,
my
don't.
client. You can't talk
Dom,
to
you're
my client
cancelled.
without me.
You're cancelled, Dom.
Bro, imagine that like you are going to sleep, it's late, but you set off the lights and it starts playing the nude tale of the night, and you're going to sleep, dreaming of Star Atlas.
Bro, I would
What
love
a,
that. That is why I'm.
what a time to be alive.
We can start the book with a rap.
Yeah,
I can rap
also.
the title and description. We can agree to that. Is that okay?
I'll make it 10 pages.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay,
This is
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Let's we love this, Jose. We can't wait. So yeah, you said Friday, so now you have to do it on Friday.
Let's
Cool.
go. Friday.
So another thing was the game 3 awards. Guys, you need to remember to vote for Star Atlas. Dom just shared the link in the chat. So just remember to go there and vote for Star Atlas. We need to flex. We need to flex here, and we have been nominated for the best graphics and the most anticipated game. So just go to the link that Dom shared in the brew chat and vote. Vote for Star Atlas. Just say don't die, bro.
Thank you. Sorry, bro.
No, you're good. You're good. Just caring about your health.
Sure.
Okay. Any questions or comments or anything before we hop to the main topic? Anyone wants to say anything? Yeah,
Yeah,
we hear
fine.
you, Phil, I think. So we don't have all the details on the conversations that our team is having, but they are having conversations with different groups. Again, I can't comment because I don't have the details, but our team is watching everything that is happening, and if there are opportunities, I'm sure they are exploring them. So that is my answer, my friend. No problem, no problem. Yeah, again, our team is speaking with different groups, and as soon as we have shareable news, of course, you guys will be the first to know. So we'll keep you guys updated. Thank you for the question. So yeah, now let's hop into the main topic for today, which is the land and
Land.
claim stakes. So where do we want to start, Jose and Dom?
Let's start with land because I feel like claim stakes might get a little spicy.
Yeah, I can sense that as well. So do you have
A
the article
disturbance in the
close to
force.
you to share? I think I have it here. Yeah, I have it.
You have it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. I will share that in the chat so anyone can just read it and we're all on the same page. So I just share the link to the article in the chat and we will start with the land. So yeah, there's a lot to cover here, but there are different tiers for the land. And so we start with maybe Dom, if you want to share your screen, if you can, and we go through the article all together, so everyone knows what we're speaking about.
Yeah, let me bring it up.
Cool.
You see my screen? We might need someone else to share my screen. We might hit the 50.
Oh, you get stick.
Ah,
You get
stick.
Look at
That's the
Stick.
goat. Thank you, Stick. All right. Let's
Okay.
talk about land first. Let me go down to land here. Cool. Do you want to start with the base tier? Jose,
Yeah.
can you talk to us about the base tier and how that's different from the other tiers?
Yeah, sure, guys. Uh, Len, just a small, just a general information that I think everyone should be aware about. What we are currently selling refers to the residential lands inside central space stations of each faction. So, for example, if you are an Ulster player, you'll be able to buy land directly from the Ulster Central Space Station. If you are Mud, you can buy from the Mud Space Station, or you can, of course, buy from any of the other space stations, should you prefer to do so. And those different land plots, they will entitle you to, of course, the land plot, and a series of components or accessories that will be used to actually build your house or your residence inside the central space station. And the lands, they are divided into six different tiers, right? From tier 0 to tier 5. And those tiers, they have in-game utilities, and you guys can read all about this on the article that Dom and Santi are sharing the screen about right now. But also later, I want to discuss the future of those residential areas, specifically talking about how players' profiles and the DAC management system will influence your relationship with those assets inside the full version of Star Atlas, or as soon as we start dealing with them. So yeah, you guys want to go through each one of them and what they entitle, and we can go from there.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go through base tier first.
Yeah,
That's
base
where I'm
tier. Here is an important distinction that I think I should make super clear for everyone. There is a substantial difference between tier 0 and all other land tiers. When we are talking about tier 1 to tier 5, we are talking about a geographic location inside the Star Atlas metaverse. If anyone walks up to the Central Space Station and they search for the tier 5 land, they will see the Santiago penthouse over there. You know, it's a physical place. You can go, you can visit, and if you have access to it, you can enter Santi's residence. Plots tier 0, they belong to the inner part of the space station. Actually, this is not something that's visible right now because we didn't disclose those photos yet, and the Staratos team is working on those animations. Deep under the space station, there are massive towers that goes deep into the underground of the station and goes to the bottom of it. Those are like enormous condos where small apartments are created and live. So players, when they buy one of the base tiers land plots, they're actually buying the space of one of those apartments. And what's going to happen is that when you go walking through those apartments, you get sent to your private room. So it's not a physical location at this point, but it's an instance where you can get inside and you can explore them. This is the major basic difference between base tiers and all the other tiers. Something that's very interesting and that Star Atlas is really focused on as well is the customization of your land, your habitations. On tier 0, since it's just an internal instance, you'll be able for limited customization. What's going to happen is that you have some sockets in the room where you can start adding stuffs like, for example, the Rebirth Posters campaign, the Johnny Award trophy, and things like that. And also, you'll be able to choose your internal painting, how you want your apartment, your habitation to look like. The other
This
tiers,
is a still, sorry, Jose. This is still tier 0, correct?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
On different tiers, from tier 1 to tier 5, the customizations possibilities expand, right? So aside from the inner painting, you'll also be able to choose external painting. As the land grows and we are talking about bigger properties, there will be more rooms in your residence. So there will be more socket slots where you'll be able to add more pieces of furniture and things like that. And in the future, I can totally see that there will be very unique and complex interior designs for every residence in the Star Atlas space station. But keep in mind that this is the first interaction. We are actually creating this structure, and this will be progressively enhanced and become more and more interesting, more complex, and more entertaining, if we can say it like that. So I'd also like to talk a little bit about this residential area, because the central space station, it's divided into actually three major areas. Uh, and these I'm talking about the Oni space station specifically because this is the one that I saw. So I can give you guys some context on this. At the inner ring of the space station is the commercial district. It's a big area where different landowners will be able to set up their stores and their commercial operations. In the inner area surrounding this inner ring are the commercial areas, the residential areas, and one of those neighbors is the land sales that's occurring now. And the way that it's constructed is that the base tier are inside the station. Tier 1 is on surface level on the outskirts of this residential area, and progressively the lens goes deeper into the heart of the space station and the commercial area, to the point that the tier 5, the penthouse, it has a private space for it, and it's an enormous property. You guys can see the dimensions in the article that we shared about, and we foresee that this is going to be the ultimate guild headquarters, or maybe, I don't know, an individual place where he can take literally hundreds, if not thousands, of residents to live together with him over there. And the idea for residential lands is very different from the idea that we have for commercial plots, right? Residential lands, they will have utility in game. They will allow you to craft resources with improved bonus. So for example, whenever you decide to craft something in your residence, you receive a production bonus on the residence, and but also you'll be able to store some cargo over there. But the idea here in the residential area is to expose players to the environment of the space station. Having a place where you can go to the space station and be there will be also involved with the activities that will be occurring in the hearts of the powers of the factions. So in the way that I envision this, lots of different institutions, like for example, the faction DAO, they will have their headquarters inside this station. So aside from being a place where you can sleep and be and engage with your guild members, this is one of the safest ravens inside the galaxy of Star Atlas, and it might be interesting for some players to have a piece of land there or exposure to this environment and this this space station. So yeah, I guess this is the overall vision about them. And I think that now we can go through from tier 0 to tier 5, if you guys feel it's a good
Sure.
way to proceed.
Let's stop for real quick before we go into specifics to see if there are any questions. Again, we hope we try to have all the answers. If we don't have any answer, then we are always taking notes and we'll come back to the answers after asking the team. So
Jose, I saw one
So,
question about can someone enter another person's base tier?
Sorry, Dominic, I lost you for a second.
No worries. I saw Milan Tusk said, "Are we able to enter another person's T0 instance?"
Yeah, sure. You can invite friends over,
Cool.
though it's
All
going
right.
to be a little crowded, you know.
All right. Whoever was gonna ask a question, please.
Uh,
yeah, there was someone who unmuted, I think.
I see Lordo asked a few questions. Let's see if I can get this. Is selecting a color or you can actually paint the building yourself? Good question, Lordo. From what I understand, in these initial iterations, you only be able to use a preset collection of paintings. But I totally envision that in the future, we'll be able to add those functionalities where you paint your building yourself, or you even hire someone to do a graffiti or to paint it for you. I see that you also asked so they can rent out rooms. Yeah, in the
yeah,
future,
there was for the tier 5.
yeah, in the future it's going to be possible for sure. And this is one of the topics that I wanted to cover today with you guys about the player profiles. The idea is that in the future, landowners will be able to mint access permissions to people to use for their homes. So you could set up a deal with someone where you rent the room for him. He's able to store cargo or he's able to use your crafting station and they will pay you a value for it. So this is going to be one of the utilities of land, and this is going to be a possibility for landowners in the future. Uh, Archetype also asked, what's the purpose of sleeping game? Well, man, you feel renovated, you know? I'm joking. I don't know the specific mechanics of sleeping. I don't know if this is going to be necessary, something like, for example, eating or fuel. And I'll beg your pardon, and this is something that we can ask Chip later on
Yep.
in the future. Um, sure, Christian. Yeah, this is something that we are currently working on. The article actually gives you some idea of how many people would be able to live in the hubs on each tier, but we'll be coming with a hard list of this resource, of this to answer your question and give you a specific numbers on each one of them. I'll tell you that this is actually one of the research and technology development that Star Atlas is very closely watching and even working on. And we hope to have ways of bypassing the limitations caused by the number of players in a single instance. So yeah, you can wait for developments on this subject that you just mentioned for sure. Sure,
Thank you,
Frank.
Christian, and welcome back, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Awesome,
man.
man.
Awesome, Frank.
Yeah, welcome back. So let's try to cover the tiers specifically, and then uh, we come back to the questions. So yeah,
So yeah, I guess we can go through all the pricings and just for everyone to have a general idea of how much each one of them costs us and what are the benefits aggregated to each tier with each different tier. And then we can move on to claim stakes or open up for further questions that anyone has on the CS stations.
yeah. So
Len.
I think what is important to cover here, Jose, is mainly like the difference. Like, uh, if you can cover real quick, what was that? So if you can cover real quick the difference between.
What the hell was
Oh
that?
my god. I was trying to move fast from that, it was impossible to ignore. It
Welcome
was
Oh my
back,
god.
Christian. We love you, man.
welcome back, Christian. You're a rock star, Christian.
You have pushed your talk on, so that was on purpose.
Yeah, remove the finger from the bottom there. You are. I'm not sure what's going on, but you should be pushed to talk. Uh,
Okay, tier one. Let's go through tier one.
yeah,
If we don't get the claim stakes, I feel like people are gonna be upset. So let's
yeah,
get the tier one.
true. So let's go real quick. Tier 0 to tier 1 difference. Just if you can help
Uh,
us with that.
yeah, the main difference between tier 0 and tier 1, aside from the geographic location of the asset, as we just spoke, is of course the price, the size of the property, and let me. It's because my Discord for some reason doesn't work when I'm looking on someone else's transmission. But of course, the difference are like the supply. The tier 1 land is a lot more limited than the tier 0 or the base tier. And aside from the badge that you get, you also get a Calico Scud, which is a new ship that's not yet deployed, but it's on the Gal brochure. You guys can check it out. And it's a very interesting ship. And another important thing is that as the land plots advance, the rarity attribute changes and it becomes more and more luxurious, we may say it like that. Those land, they start getting bigger, they get prettier, and they give you possibilities to rent rooms. And well, it's actually a big flex, like owning the bigger plots in the galaxy of Star Atlas. I feel that in the future, those will be going like the reference to housing in Star Atlas, right? There is a very limited number of land in the safe zone, like those in the Central Space Station. So those are like the reference of the safest places in the galaxy of Star Atlas. And yeah,
Cool.
I guess. So please go, bro.
No, I was so from that was the difference from tier 0 to tier 1, and then from tier 1 to tier 2, what would be the main difference with this?
Yeah, whenever a tier advances, you get bigger cargo storage, you get a better crafting station that will give you more bonuses, you get different tiers of badges for participating in the event, and you get things like new ships, exclusive pet houses, and this is something really cool about the residential area. You'll be able to have exclusive place for your Chigo starting on tier 3, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, like you get bigger landing pads to fly
Yeah.
around to the space station. It's it's quality of life. You get bigger, you get cooler ships, things like the Opal Ray Fan, which is a data runner ship that's not released yet, which is very cool. And of course, if you get a tier 5 or something like that, you might be able to house your entire guild with you, which is something really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So another big difference with this land, with one thing that we need to note is that this is, if I'm not mistaken, only 10% of the whole supply
Yeah,
of
you're
of
correct.
land. And when purchasing this land, basically you get well listed to pick your plot before everyone else, and you get well listed also for commercial land.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
this is that is a one-time opportunity with this land sale, correct?
Exactly. This is a unique feature that's happening on this sale. So you'll be able to choose the kind of land that you want to see the horizons, to be in a more crowded area. You'll be able to choose or to participate in this private selection, and also be able to participate in the land, the commercial area uh, sales as well as a VIP. So if you are interested in this kind of gameplay, if you are looking, for example, to set a store in one of the space stations, this is one of the ways to guarantee that you are going to participate or be able to buy one of those plots.
Cool. So if you have questions, yeah,
Please, um, sorry,
in
white
the
name. I guess I didn't follow your question. You mean if you are going to be able? Sure. Hmm. In this, it's a very limited place to be residential area, right? For example, in the, let us say, the central space stations, it's going to be limited to the total supply. What else? Man, this is a very interesting question. And I feel that probably there will be other cities in the galaxy, like the space stations and etc. But yeah, I don't feel there is going to be more of those in the safe zone of Star Atlas.
It's a great question. I actually just wrote it down, and I will get an answer
Yeah,
for that.
I'll
There we go.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. My my immediate request reflects on answering your question is to tell you that sure, in the future you'll be able to construct residential areas in space stations or planets in the medium risk zone, but this will come with uh, associated infrastructure costs, right? So, but I'll defer to Chip. He's going to bring us a more throughout answer on this subject. This is a great question, and yeah, I love this. I'll ask for Chip to give us some insight on this.
Yeah, thank you, Wyman.
Thank you,
We'll
man.
get that answer.
So what we can do now, sorry to interrupt, but we can do now is just cover the claim stakes because we have 11 minutes left. Sorry, so we can cover the claim stakes, and then if there are questions, just feel free to start posting any questions you have related to land. Just post it now in the Atlas Brew chat. So what we're going to do is basically come back to the chat and get all the questions, put them on a list, and send that to the team, and try to get all the answers we can in case we don't know the answers. So let's do that for land, and now let's cover claim stakes if we can before we close. So you're there, Dom. So claim stakes. I feel like the main thing here will be everyone knows what a claim stake is, right? If not, just say, can you explain us real quick, like what is a claim stake? In
Yeah,
case someone doesn't know.
yeah, this is a topic that community members gave us a lot of feedback, and something that I wanted to talk about before we get into the proper discussion about claim stakes. I really love it how community members came to the team and voiced their opinions about claim stakes. In other game companies, the team wouldn't address them, or they would just move how with however framework they had envisioned and things like that. Here in Star Atlas, we really value everyone's participating in the game design, in voicing their opinions, their concerns, their ideas, and we love this. We embrace this, and I myself, even before becoming a member of the Star Atlas team, I did this kind of things. I remember having a very heated discussion with Michael about the fabricant perks and merchandise that were sold back in the days. So yeah, guys, wherever there is passion, there is discussion, there is heat, there is discussion, there is voicing opinions, and that's very healthy. This is healthy, and we create the brew so there would be a space for us to voice our concerns and to discuss and brainstorm together. And I think that in the long run, this will only make Star Atlas stronger. Having said that, I'll tell you guys about the claim stakes. Claim stakes are structures that are used for the mining operations in planets of the medium and high risk zone. Like they create the necessary infrastructure for players to be able to conduct mining operations. They were envisioned to be a central part of the mining gameplay loops in the Star Atlas universe. And in the current sale, claim stakes had two major utilities. One, in terms of score, one claim stake would be able to provide the resources for ships of appropriate tier on score. So, for example, if you had a tier 1 claim stake, you wouldn't need to supply your tier 1 ship an extra small ship with food, ammo, toolkits, or fuel. So this would be an instant bonus for score players, and this would allow you to place those claims in the Sage mechanics uh, and this would allow you to participate in the mining gameplay loops in the medium risk, high risk zone and low risk zone planets. So this was the vision that was thought about, but a lot of people are voicing opinions about the impact of the rebirth campaign inventory, how this relates with Scream, how this relates to Sage, how this relates to Score. And as you guys know, we had a long-term vision about slowly deploying all those mechanics and stuff. But now we are moving and pivoting things to come out faster and to showcase the vision and utility of all assets as soon as possible for our players and community. So what we are doing now is gathering feedback, listening to your concerns, and brainstorming with the accounts team, and pretty much working on the general idea of the claim stakes and how the mining loops are going to work. What I would like to say here is that we value your opinion, and we have a team of professionals from many different fields, especially the accounts team and the game design team. Those guys, they are very responsible, and they are looking forward not only to the guys that participate in Rebirth, not the guys that are buying now, but they are looking for the to maintain the wealth of the whole Star Atlas economy and system. And while no one is immune to having a blind spot and is not seeing something that a community member is seeing or someone else is seeing, you guys need to know that even if even if you were perfect, we wouldn't be able to make everyone happy. And what we can do and what we always do is address your concerns head on and do what we feel is the better for the ecosystem, for Star Atlas, and for the game development project that we have. But with that said, I would love to hear your opinions on this topic, share your concerns. If you don't want to speak, you are free to type in and tell us what you guys think about claim stakes and the gating mechanisms of mine. Yes,
Just one
Santi.
last thing. Ever since this happened, like the team is acting really fast, and the economic department at Star Atlas, they are examining solutions to the situation, and they will present their findings in the next 48 hours. So by Friday, December 2nd, we will have more details on this whole thing. Just to clarify that.
Okay. But one question, or my biggest question. First, you had a vision. Why alter it from it?
What that's a big
Why move so fast all of a sudden? Like it's better, but it's not, because your vision was well thought of. And why change it now? Yeah, you
I guess, Lordo, the idea is that the team feels that they could keep the same vision and do things in a smaller time frame. And what they are doing now is testing this hypothesis, and presenting it to the community and getting feedback and doing this, like tests
but
of their.
it is not testing because you're already implementing it. You're already selling the items before
Yeah,
you
we
have the
we
results of the test. So it's not testing. It's here it is, here it comes, and we will figure it out.
so
That's
yeah
the biggest
the thing
issue I
here
have with it.
the thing here is, of course, this is part of like a bigger conversation. But here the team, what happened was that the team has weighted this to be the best option and the best path to basically maintain business operations and pace of developing the whole Star Atlas metaverse while at the same time working towards the long-term solutions. That will be the answer to this, Lordo. Of course, you will like a lot of things. You are not going to like some others, but this is the decision that was made.
Yeah, this is the best solution perceived by the team leadership for the current situation.
What I can
Yeah,
say about this is our legal team is world class, and our legal team is involved in every single decision that Star Atlas makes, especially during a time like this where there's so many different things up in the air. Our legal team is involved in everything, 100%. Sorry, Santi.
no, you
Oh
can be
no no
sure
no.
that Star Atlas isn't doing this kind of move without talking with the legal team. Star Atlas is not selling bonds, so yeah, you don't need to worry about the institutional side of things because legal team gives approval to every step of Star Atlas in any situation. In any situation.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Christian, we
again,
appreciate the
if
feedback, man.
there are more questions related to legal, I feel like, of course, it's better to ask our legal team. We're happy to connect you anyone with them, and yeah, but of course, this is not at all our area of expertise. But yeah, yeah, no, no, for sure. We also, as I said, we escalate all the feedback and everything. So yeah, it's just sometimes we don't have the answers for some things, like ourselves, me, Jose, and Dom. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Santi, when made in hard savings bonds?
Oh my god! Imagine if I had the answer to that. That would be. Uh,
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we are almost 4 minutes over the time, so it's a good moment to close this brew. We can continue the chat if anyone wants to stay here in the voice chat, but I have to hop. Again, if anyone wants to stay, you can stay. But thank you so much for joining. We will see you on the next brew on Wednesday, and we'll keep you updated on everything that is happening. And also, if you're interested in the Joni Awards, there's more information coming out today. So be ready to nominate your favorite people for. Anything else to close, Jose or Dom?
Yeah, I'll just say that thank you guys for your questions and everything. And please, if anyone has any other question that we couldn't address or talk about during this current brew, you are free to DM us and we'll try to come up with the answers. And if we cannot answer ourselves, we'll go to the proper channels and get Star Atlas team feedback on your questions.
So there will be a post today for the Joni Awards, and you will be able to vote. We will share the exact link for you to vote. So, yep, it's coming out today. Okay, guys. So this was the Atlas Brew number 41, and thank you so much for joining. I know we run a little bit out of time, but we can always come back to topics that we should come back on the next brew. So, thank you guys for joining, and power to the people.
It's Chick to the man. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. See you.
See you, everyone.
That was quick. Bye.
Woo!
So, not really.